This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.
AstraTech prepares to announce global acquisitions, and oil rallies on positive economic data from China. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. UAE-based tech firm AstraTech is seeking to expand across India, Pakistan, and Egypt in the near future as part of its global expansion strategy. AstraTech officials say in Q1 next year, they'll announce international acquisitions in fintech and social communication companies. Last month, AstraTech acquired a banking company in the Philippines as part of its global expansion. Meanwhile, AstraTech officials say their Bodum app for communication and financial services is registering financial transactions of around $272 million monthly. Dubai has topped global sales charts for selling the highest number of homes costing at least $10 million. Knight Frank says in Q2, 95 homes worth more than $10 million were sold, up from 53 in Q2 2022. Dubai outpaced sales in 11 other major cities, including London, Paris, New York, and Sydney. Last year, Dubai saw 219 homes priced above $10 million sell, with the total value of the transactions at $3.8 billion. Oil prices continued their rise this morning, pushing past $94 a barrel for Brent futures and approaching $91 for West Texas. Both benchmarks are up about 4% from a week ago. Oil is set for its third weekly gain after better than expected Chinese economic data and reports of record oil consumption bolstered the view that China demand will continue to rise. Chinese retail sales jumped 4.6% year-on-year in August, beating expectations and fueling hopes that its army of consumers are returning. It makes a big improvement on July's 2.5% rise. Retail sales are China's main indicator of household consumption. The data also reveals a better-than-expected lift in industrial output. It's the latest indicator of stabilization after several stimulus measures by Beijing. Sluggish domestic consumption, an embattled property sector, and soft overseas demand for China's exports have all complicated its post-COVID recovery. Shares in SoftBank's ARM holdings soared almost 25% above their Nasdaq debut price overnight. The stock opened at $56.10. It closed at $63.59, giving the British chip designer a valuation of $65 billion. The IPO had priced at $51. ARM's strong performance boosted investor hopes for a turnaround in stagnant American IPOs. The IPO market was hit hard over the last 2 years by geopolitical tensions and higher interest rates. French oil major TotalEnergies is reportedly in talks to invest in renewable energy projects developed by India's Adani Green Energy as part of its clean energy push. Total could invest about $700 million in the projects. Any deal could be the first between Total and billionaire Gautam Adani's group since U.S. short seller Hindenburg in January raised governance concerns and alleged improper dealings. The Adani Group has denied wrongdoing. And the world must invest $2.7 trillion annually to prevent global temperatures from rising by 2.5 degrees Celsius this century. That's according to a Wood Mackenzie report, which says achieving 1.5 degrees Celsius will be extremely challenging, but it's possible, and it greatly depends on actions taken this decade. To prevent future disastrous consequences from climate change, the world needs to keep the global average temperature rise below 1.5 degrees Celsius this century. I'm Ramia Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
This show is brought to you by NMDC Group.